What's good, man? It's OG Drip, man. This channel where we talk about the spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis, man. Listen, today, y'all, man, I went and did something different, right? You know, we always talking to our young people or the people about around our age. You know, the ones that, you know, that normally be talking anyway. Now, today, what I did different was I took the same type of, you know, talks that we have on here, and I brought it to my grandparents. Now, the thing is, now I know a lot of y'all probably like, yo, you probably done brung around them a couple times, but listen, sometimes the people don't take into things. So now I'm saying this is the actual intake. They actually let a new seed actually be planted in the soul for them to be able to learn, and or we can say leading the old skin off. It's like I gave them a rock to rub on to get the old skin off. You know what I'm saying? To help their mentality sheds and grow more. So listen, when I was having a talk, it's like you could really see where they confused our people, and like it's like they didn't give them an option of thinking, like another thought. You know how a long time ago I was telling y'all, like, if somebody asks you like, yo, what kind of car do you like? Do you like this Rover right here, or do you like this Hellcat? And then really inside your head you about to pick one of those cars, but really inside your head you ain't want neither one of them. You wanted a Mustang or something, right? Like, it's just the whole concept of let me put something in somebody's image for them to have a feeling towards it, for us to be able to grab. It's like you see the strategy there, right? So when I was sitting there talking to him, you know what I'm saying? Mainly my granddad. My grandma was a little bit more open, but my granddad is more sticking to his word of the way that he been raised. So it's a little deeper. Plus he's older, so we expect it to be deeper. Don't mind the shaking, y'all. Let the video get deep. But anyways, as I was talking to him, I was having a conversation, right? It started out, first of all, I was telling him, like, yeah, man, if we all knew, you know, the correct way, a lot of people wouldn't be brainwashed, and a lot of people wouldn't be probably committing so much suicide and things like that. Like, the world would be a better place, just like that. But it starts from us as individual spirits. You know what I'm saying? Getting to know who we are. And he was like, that's the thing. We'll find out when we die. We'll find out who we was by God. You know what I'm saying? I was the man that walked the earth first and stuff. So, you know, you go to speaking that. So I broke down to him something, right? So basically I gave him a conclusion. It's like, so if God walked the earth first and God is a man, right? How? And so I asked him about dinosaurs. So he believed in dinosaurs, right? He believed dinosaurs was here before humans. So I was asking him, was God walking with the dinosaurs, or was God around and the dinosaurs got created, or how it happened? Because he also believed that, you know, just like they've been taught us that we came from monkeys. So it's three contradictions there. It's one of them got that God was here and he made us, I guess, with nothing, with no wife or nothing, but no mate basically. But somehow the dinosaurs was around. Cause I asked him who was there first. He said he believed that God was there with the dinosaurs. Hold on, y'all. God darn these raggedy roads, man. But anyway, I was like, who was there first, God or the dinosaurs? So I made him pick again, right? So he told me he believed dinosaurs was there before man, but not before God. So I'm like, oh, so you still, and then I also asked him at the same time, like, about the, you know, as it's going, y'all, I'm trying to chop it up. As it's going, I'm asking him about the caveman thing too, right? So I thought I'd get his beliefs or whatever he thought it was because of what they gave you. You know what I mean? I was like, so let's make common sense out of it to right now. So now they try to take common sense away from you and tell you that it ain't coming. Because common sense ain't coming no more, y'all. But we got to start calling it that. We got to call it something else, though. But either way, I said, so why the monkeys today not turn into a human? And why when you had your daughters, because you got twins and stuff, you know, my mom and my auntie, and got more kids than that, but it's just like, so why did your kids come out as a human and not go to a monkey first? Like, what happened? Like, what changed? What made the world change? Who changed the world that way? That's when he went, you know what? Something ain't right here. So then I go to explaining to him of, you know, how we're gonna turn you against God. So he was trying to figure out, man gonna turn against God. He thinking that God is a man that everybody is turning their back on. But he ain't realizing it's a man that don't supposed to be God that everybody is turning their back on. You feel what I'm saying? See, and that's where the confusion come in at. Because these people do some inverted stuff on y'all. And it's like, y'all have you looking at an image of a God, have you believing in that. But at the same time, at least you believing in something. Because you got an atheist that believe we just popped up here. How you just pop up here and stuff right now instead of not being popped up? We study curating stuff to make it exist. Even if you created a thought first, like, boy, you know what? I'm gonna tell you an example, man. I'm from the hood. When we create a project, bro, before our project come out, we already know what it look like, right? I take the stain, right? Put it on some folds. I can see it with some folds, candy paint on it, probably candy green. Da-da-da. Do you know what I just did? I just created my car. It ain't concrete by the physical appearance yet, but I created it, and whoever heard it get to see my creation in that aspect. So we just drawing out a picture without actually drawing a picture. See, and that is where we getting things mixed up to. That they told you have to be watching the picture that's actually drawn out, instead of who's the one that's drawing it, who's the one that's really in control, who's the spirit that made these things to be able to be drawn out. And that's what I was breaking down to him. Like, what is that exterior controller behind you? You know what I mean? Like, we know X and all this being pressed, right? But who is like pressing it? So in his terms, that's for y'all like newer language to understand. But for his terms, it was like, you know what I mean? Like, you was working, you were building up. But how was these people ahead of you so much if you did the same things to get the same places they were going? So literally, it's making them just think outside the box, y'all. That's all it's really doing, and I'm giving them different ways. At first, like I told you, was upset. I expect that out of them, to be upset. You got somebody young as heck coming in here telling you all the stuff you learned over all these years is basically incorrect in some type of form and fashion. I don't blame you. I'd be mad too, but it hurt. But that's one part we got to get over with. We find out the truth about our God and find out that we be hurt because we portrayed our God in that sense, bro. We let down spirit and started taking everything that man said to the fact that man can't even back up their own statements. You got men that working writing about history books from what happened 7,000 years ago, and he's 70 years old. So he experienced stuff on this world and seen stuff on this world that a 100-year-old man ain't seen. So it's like, it's just weird, bro. None of it makes sense. And later on, it's going to be all contradictive energy where we're not able to break the cycle of where is the beginning and the end. Like, if we're going to make a beginning and end, let's figure out where we're going to establish it from. So like I told him, it's like you starting off with the monkey mentality and trying to turn it to a businessman. If y'all really look, that monkey went from a monkey to like a humanoid to like a businessman, like a full-blown Mason. So I was explaining to him a full constructed mind that don't know nothing about the spirit, but only what the book says. So if we going according to the book will tell you anything. The book will tell you you don't supposed to do this and you don't supposed to do that. But yet Christians using it, for example, to tell you what you don't supposed to do in the physical world, to give you something over your head, because that's what was done to them. That was the golem that was placed over them. So I went to breaking down all of that to show like how much of enslavement and entrapment that they put us in just for our spirit to be free. And y'all, I'll tell y'all no lie, man. The bottom of the story is, bro, this man was smiling so hard. And I was like, you like me, huh, Granddaddy? He was like, man, I love you. I love you, man. You know what I'm saying? My granddaddy, what, 78? 70. I'm still putting him in the 70s. He's 80-something, though, y'all. But he's in the 80s, and he done lived a long time, bro, and done seen a lot of things. But the things I'm bringing to him, he never seen or heard of before. So for him, I'm proud of him to be able to open up his ears to be able to listen, just to listen to the message from God, from Uriel, or however you want to say it, you know what I mean? And I was explaining that to him, too. So as I go, I can help my granddaddy to a state that if he do have to be reincarnated, at least he'll be in a better position in space. You get what I'm saying? So his next life, he'll be able to open up his mind and stuff, y'all. And that's what's very important. Bump this life, let's try to help him with the next one. So I feel like all the gifts he gave me throughout the years is probably the biggest gift I could give him. And not only that, I seen that he was physically happy from his internal soul or his internal spirit, however y'all want to say it. So at the end of the day, man, I just want to tell y'all, don't give up on the elders either. Talk to them. Some days you might not be able to talk to them. But y'all know when it's that alignment time, everybody got a certain alignment. And sometimes, even if they was one of the most stubborn, bullheaded people in the world, that alignment kick in and have them at their opposites. Oh man, like retrograde or anything, bro. We'll get deeper into that. The more signs you know, the more you know about the person, you'll see why you was able to talk to them in the first place. You know what I mean? Just like we be coming up with ideas and stuff, we need to figure out where it come from in the beginning and what we need to do with it, and is it constructive in that area for you. But you still got experience with it to find out was it good or bad, so you can't be scared of that. So I was also explaining to him about, you know, you only read one book, you only read the Bible, and that was from how somebody told you to read it. You didn't read it from the way that I told you to yet, at least, and that's just giving you two different minds. You got You got their mind and our mind. Our mind is, after this, take away what they telling you, and whatever your spirit and your mind come up with, outside of what they told you, you'll have the right answer. But that's the reason why they was here to teach you so much. They inbred it and it molded in your head for generations and generations that this is what you'll be looking for, and it'll be easier for you to go ahead and suck that in. You get what I'm saying? Through the solar plexus, because it's the image they gave you. So now this is the way that you see life. AKA, you should have been looking at life anyway, because they said a lot of spirits is unseen. So if you were looking for God, you shouldn't have been looking. But anyways, you should have been, yeah. You get what I'm saying? You shouldn't have been looking. But anyways, man, I'm out. I wanted to talk about that. I feel like that was a great video, and I miss y'all. I'm back, man. Y'all got to help me run up these numbers. We almost at 3K. That'd be great, but I never thought it'd be 3,000 people listening to me. But anyways, man, at one point in my life, I didn't, and then we found it. But hey, that's what the thing is, too. Some people give you a messed up mindset to even be in. And how you're messed up, it's like having a messed up transmission already with a car. So no matter if the car new or old, it's still going to drive like an old one. But anyways, man, I'm out, man. OG Drip, love y'all. Okay.